Assalamualaikum, my name is Karunisa binti Mawisri, CF190119. Primarily, I will explain the introduction. Construction project managers are in charge of the planning and execution of construction projects. They make certain that project is finished on schedule and on budget. They plan logistics, assign tasks, and keep track of expenditures. As a project engineer, we manage schedules and activities with clients and construction specialists. We were assigned the task of preparing a proposal to determine whether the project for the development of a new highway road worth 85 million over a 10-year period should go ahead or not. To accomplish so, we must examine everything starting with the project background, life cycle cost, work breakdown structure, and benefit cost ratio. We move on to project background. Sunway Berhad is planning to build a new highway from Johor Bahru, Johor to Kota Baru, Kelantan. The 500-kilometer project would begin with a 30 million land purchase from a local owner and the state government. The construction cost is anticipated to be 85 million with an 5 million annual maintenance cost. A traffic control building and advanced equipment with a cost of 4 million and annual maintenance cost of 1.5 million should also considered. At the conclusion, we will sell some construction equipment for 17 million. Yearly toll fees of 10 million would be collected as will petrol saving by road users of 5 million earning from direct and indirect business of 6 million and fees collected by local and state authorities of 4 million. Next, the parties involved of new highway from Johor Bahru, Johor to Kota Baru, Kelantan. This project is expected to employ 200 people across all areas of operation. To address these issues, the project strongly encourages the use of prefabrication process, which offers numerous advantages such as reduced construction time, increased efficiency, improved workplace health and safety, reduced pollution from construction sites, lower energy and water consumption. So, the parties that involved, firstly, for main contractor is our company, Sunway Berhad, architect firm from IRC Architect, civil and structural consulting from MRSA Engineering Consultancy, mechanical and electrical from United States M&E Sunway Berhad, and lastly, quantity surveyor from Juru Korchem Sunway Berhad.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Sharfan Aisha binti Tarmizi. My number matric is CF190241. I will present to the next part, which is the analysis on benefit cost ratio method for project economic evaluation. In this topic, I will be explaining about the BCA. So, what is a BCA? BCA is a ratio that summarizes the overall relationship between the relative cost and benefit of a proposed project. BCA can be measured in terms of money or quality. A project with a BCA more significant than which is the project to provide a firm and its investor with a positive net present value. BCA is a strategy for analyzing a project or investment by comparing an activity's economic benefits and expenses. In the more cases, we use the symbol B to present our benefit measure and the sign C to present our cost measure. Thank you. Next, I will be continuing to the next part, which is project benefits, benefits and costs. For our project, the benefits in our project is, for the first one, establish rough proportionally. Next, provide upfront knowledge of the exact fee to be imposed. Third, fairly charged based on the system impacts. Fourth, alleviate traffic control on the highway road connecting Johor Bahru, Johor and Kota Baru, Kelantan. Next is a disbenefit in our project. For the first one, cost recovery may be slower in slower economic times depending on the new development. Second, increase the cost of the development, which is putting economic development initiatives at risk. Third, fees can be only applied to project within the city limits. Fourth, postpone in construction might be lead to direct proportionally high expenses. For the last one is a cost. In our project, the cost that involved, which is first, subcontractor and main contractor fee. Second, construction cost. Third, the road designer and consultant. Fourth, fee from the local and state authorities. The next point is the buildings operation and maintenance cost. Next, the purchasing land cost. And the last one, the traffic contributing and equipment. Thank you. So the next part is the calculation of benefit ratio. From the figure above, that state that the benefit that we get for the total, which is 42 million ringgit. The next is the construction cost, which is we get RM 119 million ringgit, and the annual cost and maintenance cost, we get the total is 6.5 million ringgit. And in our project, the MRR used is 10%, and the period of our project, which is 10 years. For the calculation, BC ratio for the present worth PW and the BC ratio for annual worth value, we can conclude that both for the conventional and modified that we get, which is more than 1, so we can assume that the project is acceptable and to be proceed. So based on the cost budgeting on this highway project, do we to benefit for proceeding ahead with the project is more than the cost associated with its underlying assumption. Hence, the project should be proceed with the highway road project. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdurrahman Abdullah, AF 180286. In this part, I am going to present about life cycle costing. The overall cost of an asset across its life cycle, including original capital expenses, operating costs, and the asset's residual value at the end of its life, is calculated using life cycle method. The first cycle is initial cost, for example, legal services, insurances, and so on. Next one is service cost, analyzing these expenditures in limited time frame and cost-effective businesses. The third one is preventive maintenance cost, for example, avoiding unplanned revenue loss. The fourth one is operating cost, for example, understanding long-term profitability and also understanding cost operating rise. The last cycle is disposal cost, like purchasing strategies. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdurrahman Abdullah, AF 180286. In this part, I am going to present about life cycle costing. The overall cost of an asset across its life cycle, including original capital expenses, operating costs, and the asset's residual value at the end of its life, is calculated using life cycle method. The first cycle is initial cost, for example, legal services, insurances, and so on. Next one is service cost, analyzing these expenditures in limited time frame and cost-effective businesses. The third one is preventive maintenance cost, for example, avoiding unplanned revenue loss. The fourth one is operating cost, for example, understanding long-term profitability and also understanding cost operating rise. The last cycle is disposal cost, like purchasing strategies.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Fatini binti Ahmad Fuad, CF190175, and I will present analysis on the company performance from company financing. We took Sunway Group annual report analysis on September 2021. There are 3 financial statements that we make as a guide on this project, which is balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow. Okay, balance sheet is a financial statement that report a company asset, liabilities, and shareholder equity at a specific point in time, while income statement is reporting a company financial performance over a speculative accounting period, with other 2 key statements being balance sheet. And lastly is cash flow. Cash flow can be defined as financial statement that provide aggregate data regarding all cash inflow a company receives from its ongoing operation and external investment sources. This figure shows balance sheet from the Sunway Group. According to this balance sheet, we can conclude that the asset for the period total is 1,906,000,000. The company total liabilities is 1,267 million and its shareholder equity is 638 million. After calculating the final total is the same value as the total asset. And now let's proceed to the next slide, which is about income statement. It shows that this company received 43 million from the operating income and 10 million from other operating income, and it spent various amount as listed for the given activities that total 43 million. After analyzing the income statement and the balance sheet, let's analyze the cash flow statement. From this figure, the cash value for operating activities is 63 million, while the cash flow investing activity is 152 million, and the cash flow from financing activities is 103 million. To wrap up, this financing statement is tally with the amount of cost that the highway will be constructed and not over budget. Hence, it can give profit to company financing. We can conclude that this highway can be proceeded.
Hello, my name is Lu Chuntin. Today I will present about the project status with problem solving using the principal engineering economy that has 7 fundamental principles of engineering economy. First is develop the alternative. Second is focus on the difference. Third is use a consistent viewpoint. 4 is using a common unit of measure, and 5 is consider all the relevant criteria, and 6 is make a uncertainty explicit, and the last one is revisit the decision. We have using these 7 fundamentals to solve the problem of the project status.
This part of our project is conclusion. To sum up our report, engineering economy is concerned with the formulation, estimation, and evaluation of economic outcomes and alternative solution for fulfilling the function. Furthermore, engineering economy is required in many programs around the world, especially in civil engineering field. In this task, we were assigned a highway development project, 500 km which connects Johor Bahru and Kota Bahru, and the cost estimation is 85 million ringgit over 10 years period. We used a design building project in this project to produce a fluid project system that includes planning, design, and construction, and we also consider the life cycle as a design which approaches sustainable design strategy throughout this process.